Hi everyone, welcome to your reading for what's in store for you during the month of October 2021. We're going to be doing a pick a pile. This go ahead. I am going to be shuffling live because I thought I might as well bring in that live element for you guys since I haven't done it in a while. So to start us off, I have divided the piles into 3 this time around. I've placed some crystals on top of them, so we're also going to be tying into your reading. And if you've never done a pick a card, let me just give you a brief rundown. It's essentially a really great test of your own intuition. And you have to try to close your mind, meditate, see whatever number you get in your mind's eye, or whatever pile or crystal or deck that you feel most called toward, and that is going to be the reading for you. If you need to pause this video, take your time. I have all the timestamps in the description box below this video. So I additionally am going to be using the astro die here and the pendulum. So if you have a yes or no question, please think ahead of what you want to ask the energies and what's coming for you this month. In pile number 1, we have the rose quartz bat here. We have a little bit of a October theme, if you will, a little bit of a spooky oogie Halloween, but it's a very sweet bat that we have here, rose quartz. And then we have an obsidian cat for pile number 2. And then for pile number 3, we have a rhodonite skull. And that's for pile number 3. So with all that said, skip on over in the description box below this video to find the pile that you feel most drawn to. And if you'd like a private reading with me, you can go ahead to tripletarot.com or follow me on socials to see when I upload next on my channel. I'm under Triple Tarot in almost all the social media accounts. Okay, so with all that said, let's begin with pile number 1. Hi, pile number 1. If you chose this rose quartz bat, this is the reading for you. Rose quartz is the stone, the crystal of love, self-love, love that we receive from other people. And it's also a great crystal for fertility. If you resonated with the bat is also a very intelligent creature. So if you resonated with this crystal, we'll see how it goes along with the rest of your reading. So let's begin shuffling. What is in store for pile number 1? Pile number 1 for the month of October 2021. For pile number 1, I'm going to be choosing the top 6 cards of the deck for pile number 1. What's in store for pile number 1? What's in store for them during the month of October 2021? Top 6 cards of the deck, please, for pile number 1. Okay, well, this one wanted to be seen, so we are going to take it. We have the Magician. We have the Chariot. All right. We have, oh my gosh, the 7 of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles. My God. We have the 2 of Cups. And closing us out, we have the 3 of Swords. All right, so I'm going to be leaving it right there for the tarot portion. We're going to be pulling in some oracle cards as well, but this is a very empowering spread because now I see why the self-love came into play, because it's about self-belief to start your month off. If you believe that you can achieve it, you definitely can, especially with the Queen of Pentacles here, Queen of Coins, and the 2 of Cups denoting feeling balance when it comes to one-to-one relationships. This can include friends, so platonic in nature or romantic as well. And you're going to be cutting out some people at this time. It's time for some of you that have put this off with the energy of the 7 of Pentacles. it's not going to jive with you anymore. You're ready to release, you're ready to let go. If someone's not giving you the same that you're giving in return, it's buy time, essentially, because it's going to hinder your progress, is what I'm getting with the beautiful depiction of the Chariot. I love this deck so very much. And I am sensing I need to be more decisive at this time. Decisive, but it's not like you have to decide everything right away. You can just choose to take your time, because the Queen and the Seven of Pentacles takes their time. This is a very inactive card, and the Queen with the Chariot says slow and steady wins the race. But with the Magician, it's kind of like, if you see this is the symbol of infinity. So if you flip it, you can see that at this time there's a need to release, because it's not quite joining. We assume that it is, but it's actually potentially not. And in your case, with the Three of Swords, I'm sensing this need to cut cyclical behavior at this time. If it's not giving you what you're hoping to get from it, it's just not going to be able to stay in your life. So the best thing that you can do for yourself in this case is you deciding who stays and who goes, because otherwise the universe or God, if you're a believer, I don't judge anyone by their own personal belief system, will decide for you at the end of the month. And I am seeing a lot of progress for you to be made, especially with these for when it comes to work. So work on the mind, or if you are a student, your studies. If you are a person that's retired, perhaps this could just come in the form of investment. I do see a lot of luck with you when it comes to long-term goals in career, finances, or studies, whatever they resonate for you, because I'm reading for a lot of people, so this is going to resonate in different ways. These are general readings, so it goes without saying that not all of the messages are going to be geared specifically for you. Please take what resonates and let go of the rest. But I do see very powerful opportunities coming for you, but it's kind of like, do you believe that now's the time? Because there's opportunity for you, but for some of you, you're going to be a little bit in this kind of self-doubt energy, and we don't want that to manifest. That's why we have to cut people that are kind of like noise, people that either project their own insecurities onto us, or perhaps they're not our greatest support system, because they're either competing with us, or they're like, frenemies or people that are not there for us for the right reasons. So now's the time to purge. If it's not a person, it's a situation or a thing, it has to go. And when it does, you got all of this beauty going on. But there's just a little tiny niggle, an element here that has to be released. It has to be let go. But I love what's in store for you. Now, we have a little bit keeping in this theme of Halloween. Oh, I have the Witch's Wisdom Oracle deck here. And we're going to be pulling in 2 additional cards for pile number 1 for what's in store for them in the month of October 2021. Okay. We have the moon, and then we have earth grounding. Okay, so the moon is connecting very much with this idea of, yes, your intuition could be heightened at this time, but mostly I'm seeing cyclical behavior. If you see the message here, it says cycles. Remember that message that I was talking about cutting things that seem to be going on a loop? Now's the time to cut it with these beautiful 3 swords that you have at the end, because there's just so much positivity in your reading that we have one card that's saying, but you must do this. So if you are aware of the cyclical behavior or the patterns that are currently in your life, now's the time to act, now's the time to release, now's the time to let go. There's certain situations or people that come into our lives for a moment in time, just like the moon cycles. And in this case, it's just to never return to that cycle again, because it's over. We're finished. Thank you very much. You can thank them for the lessons, the blessings, but it's just not it's not for you anymore. And with the energy of grounding, that's why we have so many pentacles. Well, we have two here in the center of having to put a lot of practical and methodical efforts in order for you to achieve these manifestations that you're planting at the very beginning, because we have grounding, we have earth. So it's kind of like planting seeds. The magician can plant whatever they want and it's going to grow, but patience is going to be key. There's many ways to go about what you want to achieve. That's what the Chariot is saying, but that there's going to be progress, but it's going to be a little bit slower than you'd like. However, if you are constant, if you're diligent, if you don't give up, if you're persistent, essentially is what I'm getting at, I do see you being able to achieve at this time. But it's mostly what I'm getting is long-term success and long-term goals require a bit of a longer arc than just this month. So if you don't see absolutely everything that you have planted at the beginning of the month, that's okay. It doesn't mean that it's not going to manifest. It just means that it's going to take its time with earth. You have to water the earth. You have to water the soil so that those seeds grow. And additionally, I'm going to get another message from this deck, the Monology deck. For those of you that ask me month to month what decks I use. 2 cards for pile number 1 for what October will be bringing in store for them. Okay, we have, okay, these are reversed. We have, okay, don't let the past hold you back, and it's time to take action. So we have the South Node, so it's not about comfort anymore. And sometimes with the Seven of Pentacles, we can feel a little bit, it's not so much like stuck in a rut, but sometimes we are a little bit afraid to stray from what is unfamiliar. And it's time to take action. New Moon in Aries is saying that the ground is fertile for newness, for new things with this energy of the Magician. I don't know if you can see it, but it says figure number 1. It's the first card of the major arcana. The Fool is number 0, but this is card number 1 is what I mean. And so 1 is the number for Aries in the astrology because they're the first zodiac sign, and we have this energy of like, what do you want? It's not about appeasing other people. And I do see a sense of you that sometimes you might be a person that's too giving, and maybe you're giving to a fault. Maybe you think that other people are going to give you in turn, but it's not necessarily going to manifest in that way. So it's time to take action. Says A, think about yourself, but B, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Coins here, she's very methodical, very practical, very diligent. So it's not a card, it's not an energy, just because you have the 7 of Coins here, which is what this card of the South Node is telling you. Like, don't let the past hold you back. Don't let your comfort zone. Don't be lazy. Don't get stuck in a rut. Don't just do your own routine. This month it's time to shake it up with this fiery, feisty energy of Aries and so much earth. It's kind of like the ground is fertile for you, and you have the cycles of the moon being very beneficial for the seeds that you want to see grow. So now's the time to act, essentially, is what I'm getting. And the area of opportunity for you this month. Area of opportunity for pile number 1. Card at top of the deck. Ooh, okay, it's this one. Ooh, we have passion. Okay, so hello, New Moon in Aries, definitely. You can use this little mantra, rise passion, rise up high, inflame my purpose, reach the sky if you'd like. But essentially that is the energy of the rose quartz and the 2 of cups here that talk about you reconnecting with why is it that you set on this road to begin with? Why is it that you do what you do? Why is it that you went into this field of study, or your work, or your relationship if you have one? Because now is the time to re-fall in love with your choices, is what I'm getting. And if you're not loving them, change them. Course correct with the energy of the Chariot. Don't let the past hold you back, and take action and steer your ship into the direction that you most see fit. Create the life of your dreams is essentially what I'm seeing. I love it, because also, if you are a person that is single, I am seeing the opportunity for you to meet someone at this time is going to take a little bit of time. This person could technically remind you of an ex, or you might have to maybe cleanse, do some cord cutting, do some rituals with a full moon to let this energy go. Sometimes we have residual energies from exes or people that are thinking of us, even though we're not thinking about them anymore. It's just a sense of having to ground your energy so that you can give this person, this new person, a fresh start. Now, if you are a person that's in a bond at this time, romantic bond, I do see a reigniting of the flame of passion, of love, and it's just going to be very feisty, especially at the end of the month. Be careful that it doesn't get too fiery, because I am seeing heated arguments, but then you have the, you're making up, fighting, and then you're making up. So that could be a little bit of the cyclical behavior that I talked about before. But as long as it's you feel it's healthy and it's not getting into a negative cycle, then hey, if you want to bring in that passion back into your life, and that jives with both of you, hey. Okay, so with the area of difficulty, we're going to be pulling one card for pile number 1. What's the area of shadow of difficulty for pile number 1 during the month of October 2021? We have fragmentation. Okay, so you guys might be a little bit too focused on one thing. And this is kind of like my card of like seeing the forest from the trees. So sometimes we think that we want to manifest A, B, C, D, and E, but sometimes we get F, and F is way better or more beautiful or more resonating with who we are, who we want to be. But we are not quite open. So keep your options open. Be a person that isn't so maybe set into one specific thing. Open up your perspective, open up your mind. If you, for example, in a love relationship, if you have been trying to pick apart your partner, or if maybe you feel a little bit insecure and you're only seeing whatever it is that you lack, or you have a little bit of a perfectionistic streak in you, now's the time to be more kind to yourself with the rose quartz and the 2 of cups here. I am feeling called to pull in an additional card here for you guys. So I'm going to be reading from the crystal oracle and seeing what crystal you could work with at this time so that you can maximize the energy. So it could be your little helper at this time. What crystal should pile 1 work with throughout October? Okay, it's this guy. Ooh, we have amethyst. Okay, love me some amethyst. I have some amethyst right here so I can show you. Amethyst is a gorgeous purple stone. Some of them are deeper in hue. Some of them are lighter. There's also pink amethyst, green amethyst. There's all kinds of amethyst, but this is the amethyst I have in hand. And this is a little cluster that we have here. And amethyst is a lilac to dark purple, semi-precious gemstone from the quartz family. The ancient Romans believed amethyst got its lush purple color when the god Bacchus, hopefully I'm not butchering that, and spilled wine on a clear stone. Today, amethyst is believed to assist in connecting with the big guy in the sky. So essentially it connects with your intuition and however your spirituality resonates with you essentially. And who needs it? Train wrecks who go off the rails on the wet and wild route to Bacchanalia. Any Pisces, hey, I feel personally attacked. I'm a Pisces moon. Where to put it? The interior decorator's little purple secret. Amethyst can uplift the vibe of any living space. When to use it? When it's time to give up the victim routine, this 3 of Swords, and start living with a purpose. The Queen of Pentacles, and hold on tight to the amethyst. Also, amethyst is wonderful if you're ever feeling stressed out, if maybe the 3 of Swords is not necessarily a purging and it's just a little bit of stress. Remember how we were talking about maybe some of you are a little bit perfectionistic in nature. So I really feel like amethyst could be a gorgeous, beautiful stone for this purpose. Now, let's see what the Astro die has to say about your reading for pile number 1. Okay, so we have the moon. We talked about moon cycles. Then we have the 10th house. Okay, yes, work, work, work. You guys are going to be ascending when it comes to the work front. The 10th house is also our reputation, our career, and our vocation, our calling in life. And it's where we're the most visible. So this is a month to be seen, to go out, to really put yourself out there. And here we have Aries, and this is the sign that we have here, the new moon in Aries. It's go time. It's not time to second guess. It's time to believe in yourself. This is the warrior spirit. So while some of you might have to work a little bit on self-love or self-belief, or putting in extra passion, extra love in what it is that you do, if you do all these things, I do see you being incredibly successful at this time. All right, are you guys ready for your yes or no question to be answered by the pendulum? If you need a little bit more time, pause this video, and whenever you're ready, hit play. So let's see. Is it a yes or no for whatever question pile number 1 has? Okay, it's a yes. It starts as a faint yes, and then it gets huge. So that is probably the biggest yes I've ever had. So that is a yes for you, pile number 1, for whatever question you had in store. So that is the end of my reading for you guys. If you'd like a private personal reading with me, you can go to tripletarot.com. I always have the link in the description box below this video. If that is of interest to you, you can see rates, availability, and how to book over in that space. And if you'd like to know when I upload new content over here on my channel, you can do so by following me on socials under Triple Tarot. And with all that said, I'm wishing you lots of love, light, blessings, and I'll see you next time. Take care, pile number 1. Bye-bye. Hi, pile number 2. If you chose this gorgeous black obsidian cat, this is going to be the reading for you for what's in store during the month of October. We're going to be pulling in some tarot to start us off, and then we're going to end with a series of different oracle cards, then the Astro die, and then the pendulum. So let's see what's in store for pile number 2 throughout the month of October 2021. What's coming up for pile number 2 for the month of October 2021? Okay, we have the 10 of Pentacles that just wanted to be seen, so I'm going to be taking that. But really, I wanted to see 6 cards on top of the deck, so let's ask for 5. 5 cards top of the deck for pile number 2 for what's in store for the month of October 2021 for them. What's in store for pile number 2? What are the energies? What's coming up for pile number 2 throughout October? Okay, so we have the Page of Swords. Ooh, the Ace of Wands. We have the 7 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, and we have the Emperor. Okay, so this is kind of like a solo effort, but I do see you guys going towards newness at this time. So some of you have built something that took a long time, something that was either took a lot out of you. Hopefully you can still see the cat. I'm going to move it a little bit down for you guys. It's just kind of like putting in a lot of effort. So this is kind of like long-term goals, long-term plans that you guys have built and will be building at this time. However, the Page of Swords with the Ace of Wands, and if you see this, he is right zeroing in on this sword, but it's kind of going towards the Ace of Wands. So there's a new opportunity that requires a lot of ambition. a lot of drive, a lot of putting yourself out there in order to seize it, in order to achieve it. But it's kind of like the green light to do something that's a really great opportunity, but it's new. So while some of you have been working on the past or long-term goals, there's an opportunity either to do this in a new way, or there's going to be a little bit of a wrench in your plans. But the wrench in your plans is going to be positive because it's going to show you either a new way to achieve this goal or an even better goal that's going to take its place. So that's wonderful to see either way. Some of you might get emotionally overwhelmed with all the options at your disposal because maybe you thought that you had to do certain things a certain specific way, but it turns out that this month is requiring flexibility, know-how, drive, and ambition. Because when you do, oh my God, the rewards are huge for this pile. We have the 10 and the 9 with the Emperor. So if you wanted control, if you wanted to feel like you had the reins really honed down of your life, this is a time for you guys to shine really, really big. The Emperor it just doesn't get any bigger than his energy in the major arcana, because he doesn't just deal with kingdoms, he deals with empires. So he is the top of the ranking. So it's kind of like this opportunity is going to require you guys to be at the front seat, to be the boss. And however way that resonates for you. So this could be with maybe a group of friends. Maybe it's in the work front. And I am seeing a lot of work energy, not just because of these 2 pentacles, but that's just the energy that I'm getting. It's like very manifesting card. And it's kind of like some of you might be second guessing, like, am I ready for this? Or is this the right path? Or should I take this opportunity or do things the way I've been doing it for so long? I feel like you could either marry the 2 or just go straight for the new. That's really what I'm seeing. It's going to resonate differently for all of you. These are general readings, and I always like to stress that you should take what resonates and let go of the rest. But the Emperor here is just saying that you kind of can't choose wrong. There's abundance for this spread here. We have a 10 and a 9 and the Emperor. So you guys have more than enough. And if you feel like you haven't, this month is going to be abundant for you, either with opportunity, like with the 7 of Cups. So if there's a problem in this spread, I don't want to classify it as a problem, but the area of shadow is that you're going to have too many options. So you might be overwhelmed with like, okay, should I do this? Should I do that? So just organize yourself a little bit more so that you don't miss out on an amazing opportunity that's going to present itself. But I am seeing you guys rise up the ranks, literally, with the Emperor, but with the 9 and the 10. It's kind of like if you had worries when it comes to finances or your career, things are going to be good. Things are going to be more than good for you guys. So love to see that. We're going to be pulling in a message from the Witch's Wisdom. This is a new deck, so the cards are very stiff right now. Okay, so let's see. 2 cards for pile number 2 for the month of October 2021. 2 cards for pile number 2 for the month of October 2021. Okay. We have containment and we have invocation. So we have cauldron and ritual. So some of you definitely feel like you're kind of contained, right? Like you know how to do certain things, or you're very set in like attaining A, B, or C, but it's kind of like there's more. You're either selling yourself short, or there's just going to be an opportunity here. It might land in your lap for some of you because we have invocation here with ritual. So it's a manifestation, something that's either above your wildest dreams, or it's just, like I said, like a wrench in your plans because you're being guided at this time to empower yourself. It's a very empowering spread. I love what I'm seeing so far. And with this other Moonology, rather, deck, Moonology deck for pile number 2 for what's in store for them. Month of October, 2 cards, please, for pile number 2. Oh, pile number 2. It almost flipped. Pile number 2 for the month of October. Okay, I'm going to take this guy and the card at the top. We have, oh my gosh, this came out for pile number 1. So if you felt drawn to pile number 1 as well, I think that you should check out that pile because you're, oh my God, I love this. This is an incredibly manifesting spread. I can't stress this enough. You're very close to achieving your goal. And with this gibbous moon and the new moon in Aries, it's time to take action. It's kind of like go time. It's like you have the green light, as you can see here with the invocation. There's also a lot of green for you. It's very fertile time. And it's kind of like what you believe that you can attract is what's going to manifest in your life. So keep your energy high, keep your vibe high, and keep your thoughts very positive at this time. But don't fret. Don't think about it 3-4 times. Be ambitious, because the more ambitious that you are, the greater the gains, the greater the benefit. And whatever it is that you thought that you wanted, you're going to get almost like that and more, that and then some. But it does require you not to fall into the trap of being a little bit too overwhelmed with the options. But the 7 here, especially with this artiste, if you will, this person's coloring and they're a painter, I am seeing a lot of creativity for this pile. So if you are a creative person, great news, because I am seeing you being either recognized by your efforts or getting an insane bout of inspiration. You're going to be very productive at this time. Love this. So we're going to see the area of opportunity, the area of blessing for you for pile number 2, area of opportunity, the area of blessing for pile number 2, area of opportunity and blessing. Okay, we have organization. What did I say? You got to really, really organize yourself, because if you know what you want and where you're headed, you can't overwhelm yourself too much with the energy of the 7 that I was picking up earlier. Because it's kind of like you have to, there's a fine line between being too contained and being too like, okay, this is the only thing that I want to manifest, because there's more out here for you to grab. But once you see this new opportunity, seize it, go after it. The Page of Swords requires a lot of effort, a lot of drive and ambition. But if you recognize how this is going to fulfill your own purpose, planning for it is going to lead you to this result, the 9 and the Emperor, a lot quicker than staying stagnant in the energy of the 7 of Cups. So it's just kind of like the more organized you are and the more practical you are, the more on your feet you think, with the energy of Aries as well. Because Aries, it's not an energy of second guessing. It's an energy of going after what you want. It is an energy that's quick, it's swift, and it's a warrior spirit. So you guys have to really go forth when it comes to this new opportunity that's going to manifest for you guys. And the area of a shadow or difficulty for you guys at this month of October for pile number 2. We have perchance to dream. Okay, so perchance to dream, sometimes it's like we want something so bad that we think that this is either the only thing that we can achieve. This is what we're so set on that we miss greater opportunity. And it's kind of like, if you think that you can achieve this, but then there's even more out there, why sell yourself short is essentially what I'm getting with this. But it is a dreamy energy, so it's kind of like, don't limit yourself is essentially what I'm seeing with the 7 of Cups and perchance to dream. It's kind of like, think bigger, cast a wider net. There's more here for you. Maybe you have been a little bit too either stubborn or making yourself small. get out of that box, get out of that, because there's more abundance to be had and more control if you do. I did this for pile number 1, so I'm going to do it for you too. What crystal should you work with at this time to achieve the maximum abundance, to be your helper, your guide throughout this time, this transit of October 2021? It's this guy. Ooh, we have selenite. Love me some selenite. We have a selenite right here. I just want to show it to you for those of you that like to see things. I have a little plate here where I charge some of my crystals. You can place crystals in this way, like this, and then they are totally charged. It's just a way for you to cleanse your crystals if you like working with crystals. It's also a great amplifier. So I always like to keep selenite with me, especially doing this kind of work, because it helps me to connect with my higher self, my guides, and source or spirit or God, whatever you want to call it, just God energy. And selenite says that it's an icy form of gypsum with a calm, cool, and collected vibe. Who needs it? Healers, believers, the currently cleansing. What did I say? Cleanses everything. It's a great purifier. And where to put it whenever you want a slate wiped clean, i.e. your bedside table, after a brutal work week, or around your apartment after somebody extra shady visits. So yes, it's definitely, it cleans and cleanses your aura, your space. And when to use it: when you move into a new space or want any lingering bad juju to vamoose. When you pray to the gods above, when you've been working with crystals and want to clear away energy they picked up in the process, give them a gentle tap with selenite. And also, if you're a person that is very intuitive and just needs a little bit of your own aura to be wiped clean, it's great to have a little tumble stone of selenite, or just a little piece in your space, wherever it is that you are most at. So for some of you, it's by your desk, or your workspace, or someplace in your home, your bed, or your car even, or your person. Is the ultimate neutralizer. Is what I like to call selenite of all crystals. So that's that on that. So now let's go to the Astro Die for pile number 2. For the month of October, for pile number 2, what does the Astro Die have to say? Okay, we have the 5th house. Oh my gosh, it's a very expansive energy. We have Mercury, communication, and we have, in your case, the North Node. So it's newness. We're talking about the Ace of Wands. All aces are new beginnings, new things. It's the seed of something new. It's a promise that something new is going to grow. It's an offer of the universe, spirit, source, God, whatever it is that you believe in. It's here for you, but are you going to take it? Because it requires bravery, courageousness, and being organized, methodical, practical, knowing your purpose, dreaming bigger. That's this energy of the 5th house rather, which is the house of Leo. It's a very dreamer energy, but it's kind of like, I know what I want, I'm going to go and get it. It's another feisty, fiery sign, and you have to communicate. It's kind of like, if you see this energy of the Ace of Wands, but you don't go after it, either with your actions, or maybe if you have a promotion at work and you don't put your name in the ring, you don't submit yourself, you don't talk to your bosses, it's not something that you're doing with manifestations. If you're not putting it out there into the universe, if you don't communicate it, it's not going to manifest, is essentially what I'm getting at. So it does require you to step up to the plate. Now let's move on to the pendulum. So do you have your yes or no question ready? If you don't, please pause this video, because I will be answering a yes or no question. Try to breathe in and breathe out. And let's see. For pile number 2, is it a yes or no for whatever question they have in their mind's eye? Okay, it started as we don't know, it started like undetermined, essentially, is what I'm getting at. And then it went into a no. So it's kind of like you guys need to rephrase or go about this specific thing that you had in your mind in a different way. So it's kind of like a no for now, or a no that you have to change. You have to change something about it for it to manifest or materialize. So it's something that you have to revisit, you have to redo for some of you, but it starts off as a like, we don't know, undetermined, and then it moves into a no. So it's kind of like you have to revisit it. There's a sense of you having to go back and change something for it to actually manifest. All right, pile number 2, that is the end of my reading for you. If you like this reading and you want more information for your own personal zodiac sign, I invite you to follow me on IG, where I do a 1-card pull every single month for all zodiac signs. You can check your sun, moon, rising, or the person that you're interested in, perhaps. And if you'd like a private reading with me, you can go to tripletarot.com. I always have the link in the description box below this video if that is of interest to you. And with all that said, I'm wishing you lots of love, light, and blessings, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Take care, pile number 2. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose this beautiful rhodonite skull, this is going to be your reading for what's in store for you this month of October 2021. Rhodonite is a stone of compassion. It helps us balance out our own emotions, and it helps us dealing with wounding or emotional trauma that we've had. It activates the heart chakra, and it also is very grounding energy, and essentially nurtures love, self-love, more importantly. So we're going to be using this new deck that I have. It's the Micah Ulrich deck. So we'll see. We're going to be pulling in some oracle cards for you guys as well. And then we will move on to the Astradae and the Pendulum. But let's start with the Tarot. Okay, so for pile number 3, show me what's in store for them when it comes to October. The month of October 2021. For pile number 3, okay, this one wants to be seen. So we have the Page of Pentacles. Let's see, top 5 cards of the deck for pile number 3. Pile number 3 for what's in store for them in the month of October 2021. Okay, we have the Star. My gosh. We have Judgment. We have the Sun. Oh my God. This is beautiful. We have the Queen of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Is this the luckiest pile, or is this the luckiest pile? If you chose this pile, and I should have chosen piles with you guys. This was the pile that I was most drawn to, but I'm not even going to go there. Hopefully this manifests for me. I should have chosen with you guys because the Page of Pentacles talks about consistency and where you're putting in enough effort, and a great outcome to be had when it comes to work, when it comes to career, when it comes to manifestations that give us back in a tangible form. So your stocks, if you have them, your finances, and also if you are a student, that is also encompassed by the Page of Pentacles, but also love, because Pentacles talk about what's valuable to us. And what's more valuable than self-love? Nothing, because everything starts from that. So we do have you feeling grounded at the top of the month, and the more you work on grounding, the more you can shine. And oh my gosh, are you guys being pushed to be at the forefront? There's going to be something pretty major that's going to be happening for you guys, because the Star is my celebrity card. So for example, if you guys are musicians, actors, directors, if you are creative at all, especially with the Queen of Wands here and the Sun and Judgment, you're going to be seen by a lot of people in a really positive way. So either if you are an actor on the theater, on a play or a movie, or if you are just putting in a lot of effort into a brand new career venture. If it's not brand new, because with a judgment, sometimes that can talk about newness. It could also just denote being judged positively. So it's going to be successful is what I'm getting at. There's huge, it's not little success, it's massive. The Star, Judgment, Sun, and the Wheel of Fortune as your major arcana. I mean, I could not have picked better cards for you guys. This is a beautiful pull. This is my luck card. Luck is with you guys. Luck is with this pile. This is the winning team. You guys can't lose at this time. And with the Queen of Wands and the Sun, it's kind of, and the Star, you have to be very visible. Now is not the time to Netflix and chill. Now is the time to be putting yourself out there, to develop your social media even more, to push for that promotion, to maybe launch a new product. If you were second guessing if now is the time. Now is the time. Now it's the time, pile number 3, because it's going to be received very well. Either you will be received very well or your ideas will be received very well. So no matter how you read this, it's incredibly positive. I also see you guys, this spread, if you felt a little bit low level energy, either at the start of the month or before this month, it's going to go on an upswing, especially halfway through the month. I want to say like halfway through week 2, week 3 and 4 are the highest when it comes to manifestation, when it comes to your vitality, your energy. Some of you could be going back on a health kick, so it could come with working out, your diet, or just having a new beauty routine if that is something that resonates, or just treating yourself to something beautiful. Maybe you are just doing I don't know, bubble baths or Reiki or Tai Chi or something that makes you feel handsome or beautiful, because I am seeing this sense of people admiring you for your creativity and seeing your worth, but also being taken by your appearance and by your overall presence. Your overall energy is very commanding at this time, because the Queen of Wands, she does not back down for nobody, and she does not let anyone boss her around. So it's definitely this sense of being big. Don't dim your light for anyone, because you're going to be kind of put in the limelight at this time. It's kind of like, don't play the best friend in a movie, play the lead. Now's the time to step up to the plate 100%, because I do see this sense of being seen very positively. I can't stress this enough. I love this energy. My gosh. I was feeling a little bit very neutral, but somewhat tired, and you guys have re-energized me, so thank you for this. And with the Witch's Wisdom deck here, I'm going to be pulling in 2 cards for what's to come for pile number 3 during the month of October. We have the Watchtower of the East, Spring, and we have, interestingly, this one's reversed, but I'm not going to take reversals for this deck. We have Broomstick Clearance. So it's kind of like if you felt like you needed to do a little bit of a reset. So maybe for some of you, it's a juice cleanse like I was talking about before. It's kind of like starting anew with the Judgment card. It's seeing yourself and your situation from a brand spanking new perspective, but it's very joyous. It's very big. And if you felt like you were playing second fiddle, bye-bye. Now's the time to clear that energy and make way for the new. Some of you actually, am picking up this energy that you might reconnect with someone from the past. It wouldn't surprise me. We're going to be in Mercury retrograde at the top of the month. So that sometimes happens, you know, exes or friends or people that you haven't talked to in a long time. So that is a possibility for some of you. But if it's not really connecting or getting you to this higher perspective, because you guys are going to be ascending. So for example, if you do tarot or you do Reiki or you do any kind of energetic work, I do see you guys going to the next level. So you're leveling up whatever it is that you do, but especially if you're dealing with energy, because this cleansing really connects with your aura and your spirit. Additionally, if you want to do some Epsom salt baths, that would be really good for you at this time. So just submerging your feet in a receptacle or maybe your shower, put 1 cup and dissolve it, dilute it, and just put that energy of like whatever isn't my own energy and it's not for my highest good, I release it, I let it go, and that's how you can cleanse your energy very quickly, very easily. With the Watchtower of the East, we have spring, and spring for you guys has sprung, even though it is definitely fall where I'm at in my corner of the world in Canada. The spring card talks about like this time being, it's not fertile because like it's kind of like the seeds are growing for you guys. I got more of like the seed energy for pile number 2, but this is kind of like you're going to be able to see the fruits of your labor, especially if you were very diligent, if you were very, if you were working very hard. It's essentially what I'm getting at. Because I'm seeing something massive, something huge happening for this spread. I want to see more information from my Moonology deck. 2 cards for pile number 3 for what's going to be manifesting for them at this time. 2 cards of the deck. Ooh, these guys wanted to volunteer. Okay, so we have meditate and contemplate, 100%. What we were talking about, there's a sense of having to purge, to have like a reset, either with your body, with a juice cleanse, or cleansing your aura, what we were talking about. And don't let pride get in your way. Sometimes the Queen of Wands can get herself in a little bit of trouble because this is Leo energy. It's kind of like, yes, we're big, we're here. The sun is the celestial body that governs the sign of Leo. So 100%, you guys are going to be shining very big, but don't be too proud to do the dirty work that you might have to do to get your hands dirty is what I mean, to make these dreams come to reality. I was also being called to grab the card that's top of this deck, so I'm going to grab it. So it says work through your fears. So for some of you, it's kind of like the fear of being seen or the fear of failure, and you guys can't fail at this time. That's what I'm getting. So it's a very, very beautiful, very bright spread for you guys. The area of opportunity for pile number 3. Let's see. 1 card for pile number 3. The area of opportunity for pile number 3. Okay, we have healing. So some of you are going to be so surprised by what you can achieve. Some of you might have even given up hope. And that's this rhodonite here of loving ourselves, loving our dreams, nourishing ourselves. The more you take care of yourself, the more you're going to manifest at this time. It's very clear, cut and dry reading for you guys. Because I do see you guys not only self-healing, but healing other people with a bright light that you're going to shine. It's kind of like you're going to motivate other people with your big energy. So it's kind of like other people are going to be inspired by you, use you as a focal point of like, well, if pile number 3 can do this, so can I. So you're going to remind other people that if they shine brightly, if they really put themselves out there and they don't lose hope, optimism, and they really believe in themselves, good luck is going to find them. And yeah, if you do this healing work and working through your fears, you guys are unstoppable at this time. Love to see that. And the area of shadow, the area that you have to work through. We have artificial hearts. So, okay, so that's this prideful energy, the Queen of Wands here, of maybe don't get too big for your bridges. I'm going to warn you. The artificial heart is also kind of like, okay, I have everything that I need. I don't need anything else. I don't need anybody else. I'm only going to be pigeonholing myself into doing one specific thing, open, broaden up your perspective. I feel like that's kind of like the overarching energy for all of the piles. And Artificial Heart says, like, don't close yourself off when you're being put on the spot, because you are going to be put in the spotlight. It's going to be, the crown is heavy sometimes, but you guys are going to be bearing that crown. And work on being vulnerable. Don't close yourself off. And I think you guys will be fine. Now let's look at the Astro Die. What do they have to say for pile number 3? What's in store for them when it comes to this month of October 2021? All right, we're going to do a redo because one of them fell. So let's see. For pile number 3, what's in store for them for the month of October 2021? Okay, we have, Scorpio. That's the shadow aspect that you have to work through. We have the South Node. You guys have to release, do this healing, do that clearance that we were talking about, because you guys can achieve so much at this time. It's kind of like self-belief is key, but do you want abundance? Do you want to advance in your chosen career? Because hey, that's what I see. I see you guys reaching beyond the realm of possibility. You guys are also going to be very lucky. I don't really suggest, like, playing lottery and stuff like that, games of chance, but you guys are going to be favored, but only if you do this shadow work. If you do this shadow work, you're golden. All right, and for the pendulum, so think of a question. If you have it ready in your mind's eye, then we're going to be looking at that. If you don't, pause this video, take your time, take all the time you need, and once you're ready, hit play. All right, so for pile number 3, is it a yes or no for whatever question they have in their mind's eye? Okay, it's a yes. It's a yes for you guys. It's a trepidatious yes, but it's a yes nonetheless. So if you needed to hear that, it's definitely a yes for you guys. I hope that was helpful for you. If you want to get an additional message for your zodiac sign, sun, moon, rising, or for any person that you might be interested in at this time, I invite you to follow me over on socials, especially on IG, where I do a 1-card pull every single month for all zodiac signs. And I am over there under Triple Tarot. And if you'd like a private reading with me, you can do so by going to tripletarot.com. I always have the link in the description box below this video if that is of interest to you. And with all that said, I'm wishing you lots of love, light, and blessings. And oh my God, this is going to be a month to remember for you, pile number 3. Take care. Bye-bye.